Hi, my name is Dallin Parker with Acuity Brands Lighting, and today I'm going to show you how to install the Peerless Vellum Suspended Luminaire. There are three key things to remember before installing the Vellum. Plan the work, install the luminaire, and turn the power on. It's easy. Let's get started. Step 1 to successfully install the Vellum is to plan your approach.
First, compare the packing slip from your shipment to make sure you have all the right luminaires, driver boxes, and mounting kits. The product name, details, and CI code are clearly labeled on the end of each luminaire box. The CI code is the 6-digit code with an asterisk on the outside of the box. Match the CI code on the box to your layout drawings. If you do not match the CI codes, you run the risk of a mismatched fixture and driver box, resulting in the install not working. Next, arrange the luminaire boxes on the floor according to row and section length to match your reflected ceiling plan. The layout should include information pairing driver kits with appropriate luminaire sections. Designations for luminaires with specific options such as emergency battery packs, integrated sensors, and/or VDR, which is a variable distribution reflector, are also printed on the end of the boxes. After arranging the luminaire boxes on the floor, locate and open the red hardware box. This is where you will find the mounting hardware and instructions.
Step 2 is to install the luminaire.
Before beginning installation, be sure to turn the power off at the breaker in the room where you are doing the work. Also wear proper safety equipment such as eye protection and gloves. Let's install a 16-foot row of the Peerless Vellum luminaire into a typical grid ceiling. Wear cotton or clean gloves and handle the luminaire from the ends to avoid damaging or soiling the lens surface. Only use a clean, soft microfiber cotton cloth to clean the lens surface if it becomes smudged or blemished.
The Vellum has a remote driver that must be installed first for grid ceilings. It installs easily. Let's run through the steps now.
It is important to note that each luminaire section must be paired with its corresponding driver enclosure. Look for matching numbers on the luminaire and driver enclosure packaging boxes. When installing the emergency section, first identify the emergency section packaging based on the CI code. For on-grid installations, use the Universal Mounting Bracket, UMB, and insert the bolt into the bottom hole of bracket A, then hook onto the grid. Letters A or B are marked on the UMB. Next, hook the UMB-B onto bracket A. Adjust the brackets to the proper location along the ceiling grid, then screw sides A to B together. Secure the brackets to the building structure per local building codes. Let's locate the matching driver enclosure box for the luminaire section currently being installed. Remove the cover from the J-box provided by unscrewing the two number 8 screws. Next, attach the black bushing and conduit fitting to the J-box. Install the T-bar clips on the field mounting tray. Adjust the bar hangers to the correct width by loosening the side screw and then retighten to lock in place. Secure the ends of the bar hangers to the T-bar using the provided T-bar clips and screws. Position the field mounting tray in the desired locations across a 2-foot section of the ceiling grid and tighten the T-bar clip screws. Hang the J-box assembly onto bracket A tab, then screw the J-box to the bracket. The remote driver has now been installed. The driver for each section of luminaire must be placed in the ceiling grid above the location of the Vellum luminaire. For off-grid installations, please see the installation instructions. Once the floor layout is complete, the hardware box has been opened, and the remote driver box installed, carefully open each luminaire box where you'll find instructions for your specific luminaire. Keep the luminaires atop the flattened cardboard, on their support cradles, and inside their protective sleeves to prevent damage and contamination from worksite dust and debris.
Now we're ready to install the luminaires. 7 easy steps. Let's begin.
Step 1. Screw the retaining nut onto the bottom bolt of the UMB. Place the canopy against the ceiling tile and pass the cable retainer through the aircraft cable. Thread the cable retainer onto the bolt no less than 1/4 of an inch of the way up. Step 2. Raise the starter or individual luminaire into position. Insert the aircraft cable into the gripper by loosening the safety cap at both ends. Insert the extra cable exited from the gripper into the slot at the end cap or holes at the joint. Level the luminaire using a tape measure. Step 3. Remove the filler by unscrewing 2 number 8 screws from the next luminaire, either the joiner or ender. Raise the joiner or ender unit into position. Insert the aircraft cable into the cable gripper on the other end. Step 4. Join the second luminaire with 2 number 8 screws from the first luminaire while organizing the wires to be sure they are not pinched. Then check to ensure the luminaire is straight. If the luminaire run is not straight, you can make small adjustments using the side screws. Step 5. Tighten the screws slightly to ensure the alignment of the housing is straight. Level the luminaires and tighten the cap of the cable gripper. Next, organize the wire and wire connectors into the cavity. Be sure not to pinch the wires. Then reinstall the filler. Repeat steps 4 through 6 to form a long row. Step 6. Match the Molex connectors and connect the low voltage power cord from the fixture to the driver box. Step 7. Unscrew and remove the access plate on the driver enclosure. Run the building wires with flexible conduit to the driver enclosure. Knock out one hole in the access plate. Pass the building wires through the hole. Perform the wire splices, insert the wires back into the enclosure, and reattach the access plate.
The third and final step is to power on the luminaire, and you're finished. Too good to be true? Not at all. Installing Peerless suspended luminaires is just that easy. The 3 keys to installing the Vellum or any Peerless luminaire are: 1. Plan for the install. Match luminaires to drivers. 2. Install. 3. Turn the power back on.